Einstein friends. I'm back with another small tutorial for you guys. With the holidays approaching, I am going to do kind of some holiday crafts, I guess, with the next few weeks or couple weeks. So the first one you guys got, we're gonna make little Arctic land masses or Arctic habitats. So inside your box, each student will get one of these little cardboard cutouts. I gave you a lot of clay for your whole classroom. I'll show you how much clay to give per friends, but if you smell it, it smells like peppermint. It's peppermint clay. And then inside another bag, you'll have a bag that says Arctic animals. I do not have Arctic animals with me today, but pretend that this koala is a sea lion, and then this panda is a polar bear, because I gave you guys all the Arctic animals. Find that very funny. And then also in another bag, it'll say, like, I think it says Arctic habitat press-ins or something. It's gonna be all this stuff mixed up. So you guys can go through that and pull it all out. And then there's also some pipe cleaners. And you also have some glue in your kit. Yeah, from your classroom, I think the only thing you're gonna need this week is a Sharpie to put their names on. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna pass out these lovely cardboard bases and you're gonna put their names on. I'm gonna put my name, it's Carrie, right backwards. And I'm gonna flip the camera down so you guys can follow along. Miss Jess is here in the background.
Hi.
In case you guys hear some hole punching going on. So for your little habitats, you're gonna give each friend, I would say, always start with less clay. Make sure each friend gets clay and then you'll have more to pass around. But I would say golf ball size, bigger than a golf ball size amount of clay, smaller than a baseball size. Does that make sense? This is my hand. It fits in the palm of my hand. So pinch off a piece of clay. Each friend can get it. The first thing you're gonna do, you're just gonna play with the clay. I know they love to play with clay, so let them have this time. You can pass out maybe the pipe cleaners. They can kind of have some fun with that, making some shapes in it. They can play with the clay. Again, your best tool to use when you're playing with clay are your hands. So quickly, I'm gonna go through some hand building skills. You can do a hand transfer from left to right, left to right. Miss Jess has heard this about 2 times so far. You can make a snake by going up and down, up and down. From a snake, if you make it long enough, so keep going up, you can go slow or fast. You can make your snake into a snail. So you can ask them, how would you make a snail? If your clay comes apart, it might be a little dry. You can put a little cup of water so they can moisten it up a bit. But yeah, go up and down. And you can ask them how they would make a snail from a snake. And then concentrating and going really slow, have them turn that snake into a snail. And then from a snail, they can pat it down again. They can roll it up into a cannoli or taco. They can squish it from hand to hand, using their muscles, getting some energy out. They can also roll a ball, sing a song. Doo, 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 doo. If you guys have any popsicle sticks or forks lying around your classroom, these are nice tools to get some texture in. Work on some fine tuning of the motor skills by pressing the tool in. But yeah, let them play with the clay for a while. Your classroom will smell so pretty. Inside your clay, I mixed a little glitter. I did not into this batch and I'm a little jealous, so I'm gonna do it right now. There we go. This is how I mix the glitter in the clay. Yeah. Let them play with it, enjoy it. Look at how pretty that is. So now comes the time where you're gonna pass out the bases. Name on the back, give them their base. And you guys are gonna walk around and you guys are gonna control the glue. So the amount of glue, you want to kind of cover the whole base. You're not going to need, of course my glue isn't coming out. You're not going to need a brush or anything. Just cover the whole base, because when they push their clay on top, it's going to spread the glue out, right? So don't worry too much about spreading the glue out with a brush. Just like that. Then you're going to ask them to pinch and press their clay. So they want to fill up that whole canvas. We don't want to see any more brown cardboard. And I cut all kinds of different shapes, so not one landmass was the same. Some are longer, some are more square. So just kind of press the clay on. You can also tell your students, raise your hand if you need more clay. You want them to have a decent amount on. You don't want it to be too thin, because remember, we're pressing things in. So we want there to be a nice texture, some nice volume to our clay. Keep pressing it in. Oops. I'm gonna go for some without glitter right now. So I'd raise my hand, ask my teacher for some more clay. Then you guys would keep passing out the clay. If it's a little bit like that, I would ask my friends to kind of smush it down. Your hands might get a little gluey, that's okay. You can wipe them down or go to the sink and wash them. But yeah. So once you have your whole base rectangle covered, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna be heavy. So you can ask them how that feels. Is it light? Is it heavy? And now comes the fun part. So I would divide your little bag of press-ins into the amount of tables you have. So if I have 3 tables, I would divide this amount into 3. And then I would just sprinkle it in front of them. They can look at what they have. I think I put 1 tree per friend in each kit. So maybe you can pull the trees out, make sure everyone gets 1 tree. So you can spread it out. I also put some cotton balls, which are really nice to pull apart and kind of create a fake snow look. Just like that. But there's some jewels that could mimic ice. There's some jingle bells. So you can talk about all these things you see, and now you're gonna let them decorate their landmass. So I would, before they start pressing anything in, I would walk around and give them a quick ziggy-zaggy of glue. Ziggy-zaggy, you know what I mean. Give them some glue all over. You don't have to saturate the top of it, but just something like this, so that at any point when they press something in, it's gonna grab some glue. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some of these gems. I'm gonna do them all in one section, because to me this is gonna represent, I don't know, maybe like an iceberg area. Maybe the ice skating rink for my panda, or my polar bear, I should say. But yeah, just go ahead, add that in. This could just be, thanks Miss Jess. This could just be like a little snowball, different sizes, press them in. And then these pipe cleaners, they can press them in flat on their canvas, but my idea was to give it some height, right? We're essentially making a little sculpture here for the holidays, so they can give it some height with their pipe cleaner. And then those jingle bells, if you look, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a little hole right there. You can string or push your pipe cleaner through that hole, right? Fold your pipe cleaner over, like this. Oh dear, you have a little bell. Push that in. There we go. Put some more of these. I'm gonna put some dark blue ones over here. So when they're selecting their press-ins, they're working together as a team, because chances are you have more than one friend at a table. So they have to communicate, right? They have to be like, Polly, pass me please the jingle bells. But they're also making their own choices. So they're working on being independent. You're not passing out the presents to them saying, Polly, you don't get jingle bells. He gets to make that choice. Next, I'm gonna add my little tree. Push that in. Since I'm at the studio, I have more than one tree. So maybe you have a friend that took more than one tree. You can put, that friend can use them all. And then comes the super fun part, is the little animal. So before they put it in, they can actually play with their animals with one another. They can give them a name. They can talk about why their Arctic fox is maybe on the ice, why their polar bear is ringing the jingle bell. So you can talk about what your habitat or your landmass creates for your character. So here's my little Arctic landmass, and then you would just let it dry like this, maybe overnight, maybe an extra day. When you touch it, it should be fairly firm, the clay, and then if you were to flip it upside down, you don't want anything to fall off. But yeah, it would look super cute. Anyway, that was one of our holiday projects. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back next week with another holiday project. And yeah, have a great week. I'll see you guys then. Bye.